Hello everyone. Let's talk about the market today. Omar, for this week we have the unemployment rate and non-farm news, which is very important to be observed because basically the federal they will rely on this information to measure the inflation level in the market. What do you think about it? Well, how the market it will be react on this news, and what is the expectation? Do you think about that?
Regarding the non-farm payroll, to start with, it is one of the most important indicators every month, the first Friday. The expectations are to come at like 200,000 level. So how can traders benefit and make money out of it? To start with, if the result came more than expected, the dollar will gain some strength. When the dollar gains some strength, he will be more powerful. When the dollar is more powerful, what happens? Gold prices will drop, euro will drop, pound prices will drop, and dollar index will be higher. Vice versa, if the NFP came lower than expected, here we can see some big market move, volatile market, because the dollar value will decrease eventually, and the gold prices, euro and pound, even oil, will increase. So eyes and ears for all traders on the actual result, not the expectations. The expectations is just a level to measure if the decision is positive or negative, similar to the unemployment rate. If it came more than expected, similar; less than expected, similar decision, similar effect.
So what about the unemployment rate? What is the expectation for the unemployment rate?
For example, let's give an example. If the expected value is 4.5%, let's say, and the result came 5%, so the unemployment rate increased. This is very weak for the dollar, correct?
Yes.
When this is very weak for the dollar, gold prices and the dollar index will decrease. This one, gold prices will increase. Vice versa, unemployment rate came lower than expected, so dollar gained some strength, dollar index increased, gold prices will decrease. This is how it affects. Let's move to the other things to watch in the market this week, which is Powell testimony. So basically, he will mention some interest rates decision and stuff like this. Maybe they will increase with the 25 base point or 50 base point or 75 base point. No one knows. Maybe the CPI data will make it closer vision for the people.
For Powell testimony, I have news. I can read it for you. Before Friday's job report, Powell will be testifying before Congress to be present the central bank monetary policy report. The investors will be observing his speech if he will be optimistic about the economy in next stage or not. Although his comments will be closely followed by hints on whether a large rate hike is under consideration.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, a lot of people are waiting for Powell to come out and speak because he's one of the most powerful influencers in the world regarding the stock, forex market, even cryptocurrency market. So everyone waits for him. Let's move to the other part, the third news for the week ahead, which is the stock market, which is crashing. We saw before, like 4 months earlier, that stock market was such as Tesla was at $100 a share, and now it increased around $200 a share. But the thing is, if we compare to the gold prices, 4 months ago gold was around $1,600 an ounce level, and the stock market was crashing. When the gold went up to 2,960 3 weeks earlier, we saw that stock market increased as well. So I guess there is a big relation between gold and stock market. To be more precise, like dollar index and the stock market. Is it like when the dollar index gain more strength, the stock market will crash? Is it like this?
Yes, Omar, exactly. If we observed February movement, the stock market movement, we have witnessed a very loose in the Wall Street. For example, Dow Jones dropped 2,000 pips during February after the last news from Nonfarm and the unemployment rate. So we are expecting same volatility will be applied for this month. Also, Nasdaq dropped almost like 2,000 points. It's dropped from 2,900 was the highest, and went down to 11,800 as the lowest. So the market expected to have more volatility about after the news, even before the federal meetings happening. Ahead with this news, it might have same volatility in the market.
I see. And a lot of people are losing money actually because of it and making money. So it depends if the market is crashing or not, if they're holding long or short. So traders shall be careful and to do some risk management out of it. Let's move to the fourth point, which is the interest rate decisions for the Australia,
Yes.
New Zealand, and the
Yes.
Japanese market. So similar to the dollar, I guess, if the interest rate increases, it will become strength to the currency. If the interest rate decreases, it will become negative for the currency. And I guess it will be like a hint for other economies, so what they do in the future, like they will follow each other's. If Australia, Japan, and New Zealand, for example, increase rates more than expected, other economies will do so as well to be ahead and same level, I guess.
So yes, also above to the three currencies you mentioned, we have also the Canadian. The Canadian bank will be release their the interest rate decision on Wednesday. The expectation to hold the rate at the same, as they have still showing growth in their economy. So they are not going to increase anymore for rate for this month.
So they will increase at the same rate, or they will not increase like zero?
They will hold it at the same.
Same. So this will affect the Canadian economy.
That's the expectation still.
Yeah, if it came, most probably in the interest rate, it usually comes as expected because there's some leaks like 2 weeks ahead.
Yes.
It comes as expected. So the last thing to mention today is the UK GDP.
GDP, yes.
It is expected to come at 0.1%. So basically GDP measures the gross domestic product of the economy, and when it increases it will show some positiveness for the economy, like the British economy. And if it decreases, it shows that the UK and the British economy is not growing as expected, like slowing down. So 0.1 level above this, what will happen in the GBP USD pair?
Actually, the GDP gonna be on Friday, showing how the economy fared about in January. For it's about the last month. So the GDP on Friday showing how economy fared in January after hardly avoiding falling into the recession. Because if you see the numbers coming from UK for the last quarter and the last year, it was like avoiding falling in recession for the last year. So the expectation for the GDP this month, it's gonna be at 0.1. It's like slightly expand in the growth of the economy. If we compare it to last year in the same month.
Mm-hmm. So that's why we can see that the pound is almost at the same level, standing like at 1.20 plus minus, going below, going up, because they are waiting for the big data, for the interest rate, for the GDP data, for the most important things, to see how the market will move, right?
Yes. As you see, guys, it's very important to know all the news about the market, to know your plan, to know how you trade, and what is going to have in the market later.
To stay updated about the market, trade with BelleoFX. Do not just trade.
Be the bull.